Good evening. Oh, we're sleepy. Good evening. Good evening. We have reason to be excited that we are here together, and this is the most amazing Netroots Nation yet. And it's amazing because we are truly bringing people together. Maurice Mitchell, the last time I saw him, we were walking down a street in Brooklyn, and that's what our politics, that's what our communities need to be like, that we can walk down the street and run into the leaders that are taking us into the next moment, the next movement, the next opportunity, the next place that we all want to be together. What I get to do here is talk about how we do that. He said he didn't have answers, but I have answers. Y'all want to know the answers? It starts with the word L. Say it again. Love. And that's not easy for us to say. What has happened to movements in which we have a hard time saying the word love? That something us says, yes, I want to believe in love, but I'm not sure if that's really true. And in order to do that, in order to get to the place in which we are actually ready for our liberation, we have to invest in love. And I don't mean the kind of love where we're like, yeah, kumbaya, I'm down with everybody, it's all good. Because we, as Maurice said, we're going to work to build together and we're going to fail. Things are going to fall apart. What whoever it is counting on is that when we fall apart, that we will not be able to pick ourselves back up. That we will not be able to have the kinds of relationships that we have built, where failure is not something that we run away from. Failure is something that we run towards because we know that it's going to take us to the next success. And they are counting on us to not do that. They are counting on us to be divided, as Maurice said, along lines of race, along lines of so-called class. From the very beginning, we are standing on the land where the most enslaved Africans have been ever in this country. More Africans were sold from this place than any other place in this country. And in so doing, they created a false divide between people of different skin colors, from the indigenous peoples here, from the incoming people of color from different nations that built this nation and made it what it is, on the backs of black bodies. And they made us divided and made us believe that we are not in relationship to each other, that we are climbing over each other, that we have nothing in common. And in fact, we have everything in common. We have most in common our desire to be connected, to have love in our families, to feel safe, to feel secure, to feel like our government is for all of us, not against us. That they're not able to pit us apart from each other and pull us apart. But in order for us to do something different, we have to practice. What is happening now in this country didn't happen yesterday. It didn't happen in 2016. It didn't even happen 40 or 50 years ago. It's been going on for 370 some odd years. From the day that they said, white people are the only ones that can be citizens, and everybody else, well, figure it out for yourselves. It put us against our natural relationships across class lines, across the need for economic justice, and we've been fighting ever since. And now is the time for us to take it back. And this is not a problem, this is an opportunity. We have the opportunity. We have been pushed together. There is no place to go. We can't wait for it to get worse. And so we have to dig into practice. We have to dig into practice and find our imagination. And the economic system that we live in right now steals our imagination. It steals our imagination and makes us believe that nothing else is possible except what we're living in right now. And I don't believe that's true. And I believe the only weapon that we have not employed to the fullest extent is that weapon of love. In the civil rights era, it got us a little further, so let's try it on and see if we can do that. And the first place we begin is with who? Ourselves. So let's do a little bit quick love for all of ourselves, and the best way that we can do that is connect with each other with the one thing we all share in common, which is our breath. So we're going to breathe together. Everybody, one in breath. Hold and out. Feel your body. When you feel your body, you know the pain of other people. And when you know the pain of other people, you will not abide by it. In breath. Feel it. Feel how uncomfortable it is to think about that. And out breath. That it's uncomfortable to think about all the pain, all the suffering that's going on, but we don't want to run away, we want to run towards. We want to feel what we need to feel so that we can do whatever it is that it takes for us to come together towards our collective liberation in love. One more breath. In breath and out. I'll be back again with more practices, and I hope to see all of you, every single one of you, here very soon.